How's it going, folks? Happy Monday. I'm excited to show off some cool community builds here. But before we get into that, I gotta always give my huge thanks out to all the amazing folks up here. We had a really fun stream last Friday. Lots of subs and resubs and raids and good stuff. So thank you all to these amazing, kind folks up here for supporting the channel and the community and all that good stuff. So welcome in, everybody. Hey, Boy, Dark Sun, Tracy, Ashley. Who else do I see? One Faced Lady on the other side. Oh, look, I raided you. So welcome in, everybody. We're trying something different tonight. So this was actually a great idea that came from Lex. I'm struggling to just keep up with everything. There's a lot going on, getting ready for the 2.0 release and whatnot, but I do want to...
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
I love capturing the community-based builds. It's a lot of fun. Making the videos takes time. So we're going to do the recording of that, and then I'll edit it down after the fact. But we're going to go through the bases from Season 14. So kind of fun to go back and look at them. So let me just see, do we have anyone in Survival Voice hanging out right now? No. All right, well, I'm just gonna, if people are available from my community, you can hop in Survival Voice and I'll put you into the special channel where I'm hanging out, and I'll pull you in if you want to talk about your bases. Without further ado, and I'm gonna just as an FYI, I'm going to, ooh, I hope I didn't lose you. My screens went blank. Oh, there we go. We're back. So let me fire up 7 Days to Die. I'm going to bring music down a little bit. So I'm going to do this without face cam today so that when I record it, I don't have my mug all over what we're watching. So, hey, Rosencrantz, welcome in, buddy. Or Rosencrantz or Rosen Cuddles, or I don't know. What other phrasing should we come up with it for today? So let me get 7 Days to Die fired back up. I've got all the community stuff set up. It's gonna be Ghost Echo. Raisin Pants. Pants, Rosen Pants. I dig it. I dig it. All right, just firing up the 7 days. I don't know what we're gonna stream on Friday, folks. I haven't figured that out. I'm going to work with my mods and stuff on like that. Hey, welcome in, Kill Me or You Die. We're about to start doing some base tours here, so let me get connected up to the server. Any one of my community members want to jump in first? Y'all just let me know. Yeah, anyone from my community who built bases that we're covering today, feel free to jump in Survival Voice 2 in Discord, and we'll yank you into the proper channel as we're going to do them. Mr. Slick, are you going to do more Dune? No. My short answer is I was unimpressed with Dune. I think maybe if you're really big into the lore of the Dune world, it's probably good. But here is my quick take on Dune. Combat clunky, gameplay cycle meh, building not optimized for how it I don't know, the building system was non-intuitive and didn't flow like any of the other survival crafters we're used to. They desperately need a UX, UI person to help them out. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I thought that the voice acting was good. I thought that the cutscenes were good. But I don't know. It didn't... And the fact that, quite honestly, the fact that it's an MMO is a huge turnoff for me. So that's my quick take on Dune. Hey, Sean, welcome in. All right, let's see who we got here. Oh, wow, we got a bunch of people in chat now. Let me, I always hate doing this. We're going to disable stuff here. I am going to jump around channels here and talk to folks and figure out who wants to go first. So this is, for anyone who's new here, by the way, I'm Echo. I'm doing base tours, community base tours. We're going to be bouncing between the chat screen and the gameplay so that y'all can see everything. But it's going to be a little bit messy tonight. I'm also going to show you how I record my montages so you'll kind of get a sense of how I put these together. And I'm going to be teleporting around the map. Ooh, I don't want to be here where I am. I want to kind of save this one for a little bit later. Really like this base. Ooh, really like this one. Okay, I'm going to drop down into... This is going to be a mess. I'm just going to jump into channel with my folks. Actually, let me put my headset on just so I get my audio a little bit easier to hear. Give it a second to correct, and it helps when you actually press the on button. I hear that. Hey, Colwilly. Lex is in charge tonight. I love it. All right, Lex, who wants to go first? Who do we got first? I'm gonna jump down into there real quick into the mess of Survival Voice 2. Yep.
For 20 minutes and you haven't said a thing.
Yep.
There's chat. Hey, folks, you're all live.
And then I forget what I was telling you.
Are you hearing me? Am I coming through?
Yeah, see, I ramble.
Chat, are you hearing me?
Echo's here. Hello, yes.
Okay, cool. Who wants to go first?
We were just talking about that. No one volunteered.
No volunteers. Am I have to voluntold?
Looks like it.
Either,
right, let me also figure out
picker wheel or alphabetical.
I'm good with whatever. Let me just make one small change because it looks like Discord is coming not through. Oh, weird. Someone over there talk.
Someone talk? Hello?
Weird. Y'all are not
Marco.
coming. Yeah, you're coming through system and not through voice chat, which is bizarre. Oh, wait, nope. You don't belong here. You don't belong here. Discord, I remove you from here. And you should live here. All right, now talk again. Speak.
Hello? Tess,
Mark-
no one wants to talk. Come on,
Yeah,
Marco.
I don't know what's going on.
Polo.
I give up. I will figure it out later. I'm just going to accept that y'all are going to be on the system channel. All right. I'll deal with it for tonight. It's a problem for another day. Another audio challenge for another day. Let's just, do we want to start big or do we just start medium? Let's, Dritz isn't here, so we can't show off his. Let's jump into, well, we'll start with the Echo Octagon. How about that? Do we have Jinxed? Do we got Ginger here?
Jinx is not here.
Jinx is not here. Red, are you here?
We don't have
No.
either one of them here.
Okay. So we've got, is Dark Sun on?
Yes.
Yes, but their microphone's not working.
Okay. No worries. I can cover that one.
I think Lex was gonna... Oh, okay. That works too.
Or if Lex can give details, I'm great with that too. How about Shy Cat?
I am here. I'm the one that's been talking when no one else wants to talk.
Sweet. I'm not looking at things. We're doing yours first.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
dear.
going in. All right. Why isn't my game showing up? Hold on a second, folks. Oh, there it goes. All right, so we're gonna teleport over to Shy Cat's. All right, and I'm gonna let you talk about it first. Tell me what I should be focused in and looking at here, and then I'm gonna kind of go through and do the recording on it.
All right. Well, if you want to go into that pyramid on the left first, that's where we were living.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's straight in front of you.
I'll leave it locked. So this is kind of like your general crafting area.
Yep.
I like these creative signs. This is impressive.
Yeah, we did that just for the recording. Those were our signs for like, we need to get more of this and do that. Those were like our to-do lists. But Yeah, we tried to put fun things on them afterwards.
Nice. And so we did run, just for everyone watching, we ran a handful. Hey, welcome in, Christopher. We ran a handful of mods here. We had several of Little Red Sonya's mods here, and that's how we have these awesome little, I think this was the Bad Boys mods that gave us this one, and then the plushies along the sides here are all from her. And then the workbench over here is my Echo Forge. And same with the lighting up there. So very nice, very, very nice.
Yeah, we
I
got the
love-
sign, and then there's the flag on the other side too.
Oh, nice. Yep. I love all the little bad boys and the plushies and what it adds. It just gives a nice element to things.
They're so fun.
We tried to position them in fun spots.
So
Yeah.
so that's your crafting side and kind of your living space. What is the right side?
There is a tunnel that goes through.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a tunnel that connects them underneath.
Here, let me go out. Oh, I see. Yep. Oh. I like the
And it's
wooden
behind you.
beams.
Yep, there.
And the shark plushie playing pool. Very, very critical.
Of course, it's cool. Had
Oh,
to.
I'm so slow. I didn't even catch the pun in that one. I'm disappointed in myself.
That was one of the first things we put down.
Oh,
I was just glad it landed in the middle and not some weird position.
Raven would be so proud of that. All right. So otherwise,
So
this
this
is a very, looks like a very, just cozy role play type place.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And we had to do thick 44 flag.
Nice.
Yep.
It's mandatory in my bases now.
Very nice. Bad echo. All right, let me
This is
pull up,
Udra scolding you.
and then I assume that the center is the horde base, right?
Yes. It's also the
Attempt-
biggest one.
Attempted horde base.
Well,
Yeah, it never actually worked.
Not the way we wanted, but it's okay.
No.
On each side there are cat faces, and each one is different.
Got it. And I
That's,
see.
that's
Yeah,
where
you
the
kind
name
of have.
came from.
Did they path across this decently?
No.
They ended up running up the sides of the pyramid instead of in through the openings where we wanted them to.
And they wouldn't go across those for some reason. I think it was because of the multiplayer. But they just wouldn't go across that as easily as we wanted them to.
Yeah, so we wanted them to come in there and then go up the ramps there.
Got it.
Random loop back.
And for anyone that doesn't know, these waffle blocks, as I like to call them, they're I think bookcase is what they call it. This is not, I won't say it is a force field block, but it is a deterrent block. Zombies.
Does it still work? I thought somebody said it doesn't work anymore.
Sometimes.
Lexi's.
Sometimes, oh boy. So it's a gamble.
I think it's not reliable.
Lexi's
I don't think it was
tattling on
ever
me.
reliable. It was always a sketchy block.
And
So-
Horde Night zombies act differently as well. So
Happy birthday, Catherine Crystal. Or yes, Catherine Crystal. I didn't reverse that. I was like,
Nope. Not this time.
did it right.
Thank you.
I'm notorious for flipping things around. So I want to
No
see the.
worries.
Okay, these are little glass boxes with lighting. Can I turn the lights on in
Spotlights,
here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where do I do that?
Where did we?
I think. Let's see. Trying to remember. Oh, upstairs, all the way up by the shrine, the Echo
Oh, I
Shrine.
see. Yep.
It's all the way up.
Let's see if I can access it. Turn on.
Can people hear me now?
Yes, you are
Yes.
there.
Yes.
I had my mic turned off. I feel like such an idiot.
We were just talking about how we've all done that before.
No.
You might want to turn on both.
Oh, there were two. Let me get the other one.
I think so. I can't remember what the other one was for.
Turn
At least
on.
it should be. Or was that through that wasn't through the solar panels, were they?
They're both
The
turned on.
solar
Either
panels
way.
were never connected to anything. I don't think
Okay.
they're just decorative at this point.
Hopefully that turns it on.
Yes.
If not, it's the solar panel. Because there was some outside that
it might need to be
were-
both, depending upon how you wired things.
I can't remember. It's been a
It
while.
was so long ago.
I know. It took us a little bit of time to. Oh, yep. The electric fences work. I was
Yay!
just testing him for you.
Yeah, so
Dang.
the goal is to protect the Echo Shrine, so it's kind of like a medieval, not medieval, further back than that, like Egyptian stuff.
Oh, nice.
And there's like a missing, let me go back to my story thing, because I always forget. So there's like a missing ancient ancestors were, let me just read it.
Do that.
Go for it.
Long ago, there was an ancient golden tablet that protected these 3 pyramids. One day, while our ancient ancestors were visiting the temple, the tablet went missing. Since then, our family has been deemed responsible and must protect the pyramids from the living dead. Without the tablet, the pyramids have no way to protect themselves, and if the pyramids crumble, it is said that so does everything else. So, here our family stays, defenders of these pyramids, waiting for the golden tablet to return. And we couldn't make a golden tablet, so we used Echo
Oh, we tried so
Shrine.
many blocks. So many blocks. I couldn't find one that looked right. There wasn't. So we're like, okay, Echo Shrine, done.
Yep.
Sold. All right. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Anything else?
Except the tree thing, but that's it.
Huh? Tree thing?
The tree worshipping thing, that the tree wouldn't go away.
Oh my goodness. Yes, that was a whole thing we did with
I do like the
Rookie
paint job in
and
here.
other people.
Me as well. The ritual.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that.
ritual.
Oh yeah, you were helping too. I forgot. Oh, I still have screenshots of that.
Yeah, so do I.
There was a
Oh,
tree
it was
that
so
just would
funny.
not go away no matter how many times we logged in.
Every time we
And
logged in, the tree came back. Yeah.
Dark Sun helped us with a
where's the
ritual
tree?
to get
Also,
rid of it.
chat wants to let you know that they are loving it. So
Aw, thanks guys. There's a somewhere.
The shrine is still there. It's outside of this area, outside of the trench.
Turn left.
Oh yeah, go out.
oh, is it like along the outside?
Yeah,
Yeah.
along the edge. It's not too far out.
Just tree that would
Just
never
look for
die.
a shrine.
The tree itself is gone, but we have a little like shrine there.
Oh,
There
I
it is.
see it. I see it. I appreciate the disemboweled head and the guts sitting on top of it. It's a very nice touch.
Dark Sun kept adding a whole bunch. It was good.
All right, so I'm going to do some recording now, and I'll kind of explain how I do this so that people can see. But the first thing that I do is I'm already in dev mode, as you can see. So I'm going to press F7 twice to get rid of all the stuff on here. I do want to see what, before I do that, it's day 1259. Not that it matters anymore, because we're not going back on the server. But I like to try to keep the time a little bit the same when we take a... you know what? I realized I can keep my camera on when we're doing the tour, and then I'll take it off when I do the recording for the next few. But so I want to make sure that it's daytime and that the lighting is appropriate for whatever I want to record. Some bases record better at night. So I'm going to take F7 twice to totally remove the HUD, and then I'm going to use the backslash, and that removes my hands. And that gives me a clean screen to record with. So I never know what I'm going to do when I actually put this to music. I normally take notes of each base and then kind of figure out what the theme of the base is and try to find something appropriate. So I don't know what I'll do for this one. I'll have to think about that. I could go with something cat themed or something Egyptian themed. But either way. So I wish I could show everyone my crazy stream deck that I've built. But I have basically flight controls that do all the automation that's built into 7 Days to Die. So there's some cool stuff in here. I'm gonna do first off, just some spiral shots. So we're gonna go into the center of the base here, and I'm gonna get right in the middle here, and I'm gonna do a set command. And then I'm gonna come out here and at the farthest point of the base, and I can set my rotation speed. So I've got my duration. I'm going to drop it down. It's going to be a little tedious for some of this. But this was the goal of trying to do this at one point. And we can talk through, by the way, if anyone has any questions or whatnot, I'll try to pay attention. I'm going to hit record. So we are now recording and streaming. And now I can just rotate. I've got a button on here that will auto rotate. and it's going to spin me in circles around this, with the center point being where we hit middle there, and I'm realizing that that's not going to work already. This is one of the trial and error things. I set it to the center of this, but I should set it to the center of the base to get the whole thing. So we'll move to here again, set it, and then move back out to a corner. And I want it a little bit slower. So I'll just increase the duration. And if you go back and pause the video, you'll be able to see all the commands I'm doing to use this. So now I can loop, and I can do either counterclockwise or clockwise, either way. But these gives the ability to do these nice rotational shots. And I do like the overview shots when I take a base, and then I also want to get the concept of movement of like, what does it feel like coming in as a zombie? So I'll do some zooming into the horde base and then moving through it as best as I can. All right, so that's, oh, I should have just left record going for that, but that's okay. So now I want to get some shots of these are the hardest places to get. Getting good shots on bases like this, the interiors are probably my most frustrating. This is a good, by the way, this is great timing. I love it when you can see the lighting of the windows in the base like this. So for this one, I'm going to try to get a shot like just rotating left to right across here. So, and sometimes I want to get low like this. This is pretty good. And so I've got a custom one that will allow me to pivot. Let's see, I want it to change the angle to the right. I've got to think through this one for a second. Bear with me. Custom angle but no motion. Let me see what this one does. This one might work or it might not. There we go. So then we can get a nice smooth transition shot of what the interior looks like. And then I'll just hit my stop command. The other way that you can do this, oh, that's locked. I'm not gonna be able to do anything with that. This is part of the challenge also. This is not bad.
We can tell you how to open that.
Is there a switch?
No, it's a code.
Oh, then yes, let's do that. Is
What
it
did we
super?
make the code?
5539 it should be.
Okay.
All right, perfect. So in this case, oh yeah, see, this is what I like to do. This is another just kind of quick trick if you're doing these yourself. You're gonna need a new code. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
It's okay.
By the way, did anyone happen to see the Viva La Dirt League with Rowan leaving his passcode everywhere today? Because it was pretty fantastic. And if you don't watch Viva La Dirt League, you should be watching it because it was amazing.
They are hysterical.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom all the way out to here because see how that gives you a really nice perspective. And I'm going to do the set point as like right here. So I'm going to hit the set, and that basically that's saying is move to this point. And then I'm going to zoom all the way into here. I'm going to turn off my HUD again. And then I'm going to say go to that, and it's going to go to that space over the course of, I've got it at 30 seconds right now. I'll reduce that to 20 seconds. And now I hit go, and it gives you this cool backing out perspective going out the door. So you get to see the interior and then move out and see the exterior of the base. Now, the other advantage is I can, when I get into editing, I can reverse this if I want to. So I could have either perspective. So yeah, I'm giving away all my secret editing tricks here for y'all. So we're going to go
take notes.
Yeah, absolutely. Do it.
Oh boy.
So this is going to be the same thing. I'm probably just going to use that same setup I did. Kind of hide here in the corner. Which corner do I like the best? That one's going to have a view blocked, so I don't want that. So I probably want in the workout corner and go this way because you'll see the best of the room. So I'll start like here, and then I'm just going to hit that custom command again and let it rotate around the room. And again, lighting wise, this is a great time of day to do it because you're getting light filtered through at a pretty good clip. So then we'll stop that. So we've got the two sides that we've covered now. Now we want to get the horde base. I got to think of how I want to do this one. This one's going to be tricky. I feel like these lights aren't on. Am I crazy?
Did you try the solar
Yeah, I don't
panels?
think they are.
Yeah, where's the solar panels? Where do I find those?
They're on top of each cat head.
On the outside of that.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yep. There we go. You can't turn them on if there's no solar cells in them.
Yeah, see, we weren't using them.
Oh, I see.
They were just decorative.
Ah, so do you know if you got the lights? That one looks like that was wired up. Now
We
the
did.
question is, so were these wired up then?
I think at one point they were. I just can't remember.
Let me
'Cause
see
the-
if we can
Because
grab.
then I think at that point you decided not to do a video. So then we just kind of threw everything together and didn't really care. And then
Alright,
you
well, there-
decided to do a video.
They are. Oh, what is this going to? Oh, there's a secret generator bank.
Oh yeah,
There's a ninja bank.
the corners. Oh my
Turn it
gosh.
on. And let's see.
There we go.
Oh, that's definitely on now. Whoa.
That one. Okay, there we go. One more in the.
It's been forever.
No, I get it. I get it. All right, that one's on.
That was the one thing is the pyramids were so big. It was you couldn't have just one in one place.
I
Oh my
get it.
gosh. And then we had to hide more just for the blade traps.
Well, don't forget, like you can carry a signal as long as you can have relays to support it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
used
You
relays
can actually
too.
go like all the way across the map. Yeah, so
relay.
this we can see all the crazy power.
Yeah,
in
we
here.
did do a whole bunch of relays too, though. It was crazy.
All right, so let's get our shots coming into the horde base. Let's pick a direction we want to come from.
At least the lights are on.
Probably the main hall. We'll come in through here. And when you're recording, also make sure you don't have the wire tool on, because even if you come in and turn everything off, you're still going to see all this crap. So other pro tip for recording, be on anything other than a wire tool. All right, I got to replace my headset battery, so bear with me for just half a second. I should have done that before stream. All right. Hold 1 second. Apologies.
Your second's over.
Don't you start with that.
All right,
Man.
chat, I'm
Take
going to
away
be,
my
it's just a heads up. I'm going to try to pay attention to chat and whatnot. But I might be a little sketchy as I'm asking questions and stuff. All right, so now we want to get the feel of coming into the base. So we're going to do a similar zoom shot. So I'm going to probably take it to here. So I'm going to do a set point right about there. I'm going to zoom out to here. Kind of come in low with it like that. And then I'm going to get rid of all that. And again, I'm going to hit go and let it just zoom us on into the horde base.
Hey, bestie.
Yeah,
There's a question for you in chat, and I can't remember.
I'm working on it.
Where did you
Alright,
run
cool.
into the most collapses?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Usually it was on the first one we had more because I didn't know what I was doing. About halfway up, I think it started to collapse. And the other ones, the one that just has all like the living stuff in it, all the squishy stuff, that one was fine until like the cap at the top where those windows are. That part collapsed on me. I don't know how many times.
And then you tried to fix it, and the whole thing like collapsed.
Oh my god! And then it
do all
collapsed like
over.
3/4 of it. Yeah, just trying to fix it. I don't even know. Like, you need like the oh, what's that called? Where you can see the stability.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah, we didn't have the God mode thing.
Yeah.
So the next
Somebody
thing,
came over once and looked at it for us.
So the next thing I'll say on recording is you want to, like, for a horde base, when you're recording, I try to get the movement of where the zombies go without them seeing things, and then there's ads. Of course there's ads. right.
Bad ads, exactly.
Bad ads. Why are there always got to be ads? All right, let me go back to chat screen. So I'm gonna stop the recording, but I'm gonna go back to chat so I can hang out with folks because I don't need. Oh, that's the wrong chat. Having to flip through multiple screens here. So we'll get back. We'll finish off this one and then we'll move on to the next one. But you're starting to see, I don't know, the perspectives on how filming these goes together. I think the best way to describe it is when you think of, like, if you're ever watching movies and you think of how they make motion happen when people aren't moving through, like, thinking of how a person would walk. So, Dark Sun, if it feels like that there's a delay, try hitting a refresh. Oh, refresh didn't work? I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yes, there is always a delay. If you're watching the stream and you're trying to listen to the chat at the same time, it's going to be weird and it's going to hurt your brain.
Oh, yes, always. That's basic.
I just mute the stream.
Yep, that's latency because of processing time. That is basically a situation of when I am streaming out to the Twitchlandia and stuff, it's got to do the processing on my end. It's pushing it out to Twitch or YouTube. Twitch or YouTube is then going to be compressing the signal, and then it's going to be feeding it back to everybody, and yeah. Whereas if I'm talking to you and you're on Discord, you're hearing immediately. So you're getting pre-processing me. Oh, hey, I've got coffee left in my mug. Nothing like coffee at 9:30 at night.
It's not a good idea. Don't do it.
It's already too late. It's done. It's fine. I got 8 hours of sleep last night. I don't think I've done that in forever.
Who needs another 8 hours?
Certainly not me. All right, just tell me when we're out of commercials. I need to add a second set of flashing lights that tells me when I'm out because I'm not on that screen right now.
We just came out of them.
Okay, perfect. Let's jump back into game. So what I was describing before again is that I want to get the motion of moving through this. So I'm going to do a diagonal shot that goes kind of up as if you were like we did the angle coming in the door. And now we're going to do the angle moving upwards. So I will just switch back to my flight controller and I'm going to hit go. And you get this cool like diagonal up pivot shot where you could imagine the zombies moving up along here. I wish I could get a pivot, like an up and rotate shot, but I don't quite have those flight controls yet. So we can take that as one, and then we can do the last one. We can take it from here and kind of do the same thing until we're getting to this fighting position here. And you always go a little bit past where you want to go. And then the other trick that I will say is to get things lined up. If you look at any type of blocks that have lines, like at the bottom of the screen right there, you can line it up with that so that it feels, not out of alignment. So we'll start from here again and hit go, and it'll just follow that path up. So I'll splice all this together after the fact so that you get a sense for, where the zombies would path, and then you'll see the fighting position.
Are you going to do a stream where you're splicing so we get to see the whole process?
No, because that takes me, this is actually one of the most painful type of videos to create. It's one of the reasons I... Oh, you know what? I've got to re-record this, though, because I didn't have the record button on. Common mistake.
Yeah, 24-hour editing stream. Good job, Dark Sun.
No one wants to watch that. I promise.
I will be there the whole 24 hours without sleep.
No, you wouldn't. I would, but you wouldn't.
Are you sure about that?
Fine. At least all 16
I'm not sure,
hours.
Dark Sun. But part of it is like I would never get done because I would feel the urge to describe what I was doing all the time, and I would mostly end up just probably destroying my voice.
I'd be sitting there taking notes. This is how you do this. This is how you do that.
Distilling out, 4 years of recording. knowledge.
There's
The
no
last
way
thing
I'd
it'll-
remember like all the buttons and stuff.
Yeah, the buttons, yeah, it also depends on which software you're used to using. The last thing I will do is just to capture the exterior here of, all the planting beds and stuff. And maybe to get a view of this, I'll do kind of a low shot like this, and we're just going to do a left to right pan. And again, the nice thing, left to right pans, you can always go back and make it right to left, or left. You can flip. You can flip
You
it
can
between
make it
left to right,
whatever
right to
way.
left. Yeah, just reverse the. Another great editing trick. And again, I'm just lining it up with the bottom.
The trench used to have lots of bombs inside.
Yeah, they
Oh.
had landmines, but a lot of them got exploded. As they do.
That command didn't work. Oh, you know what helps? Oh, that's right. That's right. Does this? Nope, that's... I'm forgetting how some of my own commands work, so bear with me. Oh, that's right. Okay. I see how this works. See, I've stopped using... Ooh, that's really choppy. Something is wrong. Something is amiss. Okay, there we go. Okay, okay, I see. Yeah, that's why I stopped using... So there are left and right commands for movement, but I tend to use the set. Because the left and right commands, much like the rotational commands, will... they force you to a specific elevation, looking kind of like 90 degrees to stuff, whereas this, I can do an angled look down. So I can do a set over here and then come all the way back over here. And I'm just going to hit a go and let it, again, span across here. So I just try to get different perspectives and shots and angles and things like that. And most of the time, I don't have to go back and record a second time. And then the last thing I'll say is, like, whatever editing software you can use, if you can have your music show your... be able to show beats, that makes your life easier, so you can kind of see where to sync to, and then you can use speed ramps so that you slow down the panning and stuff like that to match up with the beat of the music. So I do all those edits and the music and stuff, and I put that together, and then I do the voiceover absolutely last. So that is the quick overview of process. So this is base number 1 recorded. And you're never going to get everything. So, all right, who is next on the docket?
Thanks, Echo.
Absolutely.
Yep.
No, thank you.
So I actually put everybody on a wheel spinner to decide who goes next. I think we have
Yes.
everybody here now, so
Say who it's going to be, Lex. Lex is master of ceremonies now.
okay, so we have Cheryl and Kalsa up next with Denton Abbey.
Ooh. This is a good one. All right, let me grab the coordinates. I have them sitting over here. Copy. All right, teleport. All right, hold on. I want to back up before everyone sees it. All right, y'all want to give me the perspective on it? Tell me what your inspiration was. Because I think we've got Charlo and Kalsa in chat, right?
Yeah.
There we are. All right, you want to tell us about the what your concept was and the places in the base that I should check out?
I don't know if you can hear Charles or not.
I can't. I'm not seeing.
How about now?
There you go.
Okay, so I typically build more form over function basis. So what we decided for this one was we were actually going to build a complete base. That there's no horde base. This is all just visual stuff. So the idea behind it was this is an English-style manor that was built, and we've now inherited it, and we've started to modernize it when the apocalypse hit. So there's a mix of the old and the new. The church is still in the back corner. There's still a barn that is starting to fall into disrepair. Meanwhile, there is a new garage that's been added in, and a new pool room that's been added in.
You got this massive trench dug the whole way around, it looks like.
The idea behind that is it was supposed to be a moat, but is 7 days water being 7 days water?
You know, if we want to, we could, we'll export this for you, and you can do that in dev mode. Very easy.
Yeah, we were going to harass the admins to get the water tool, but it just ran out of time.
Oh, the water tool wouldn't do it for you. You really need to do it in dev mode. You would be here for days doing it with water tool, but I will help on the export and show it how you can do it easily.
That would be wonderful.
I'm going to go and take these blocks out because I think these were supposed to be temporary. If it will let me. Will it let me take these out? Why? Because it's not.
Yes, those were not supposed to be there.
I figured that was the case. So if it's not going to let me, I'm going to do it the aggressive way. Don't make junk. There we go. All right, I'm going to do some quick, just zoom around the base and check everything out. There's a lot to see here. Do you have lighting anywhere that I need to be turning on, by the way?
Everything should be running off the solar panels, but of course it's going to run from 10 to 4.
Got it. Okay, that helps. So kicks in at 10 at night. So it should be on right now, right?
No, that's 6.
Oh, you're so right. So 10 is going to be 20. 12:59. Blood moon is tomorrow. All right, now the lights should be kicking on. There we go. So no lights in this room though. Okay, got it. All right, yeah.
No, that's still 8. 22 is 10.
I can number sometimes. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Oh, very nice. And this is good. This one's gonna be a tough one. This is where it gets hard to figure out how much you can get away with covering.
Yeah, Kelsey and I were looking at when you were filming Cats, thinking, how are you gonna do this with all the trees in the smaller rooms?
Again, I think of motion and movement. That's kind of the idea that I go with. And I also yours, I want to get some during the day and some at night. So chapel. See, this one's going to be hard to get even with the light. I might see what this one looks like during the day. And actually, I'm going to write we were at day 12:59. I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to use just do this easy so I can set time as day and just see what it looks like. And anytime you do set time day or set time night, it's going to set it to day 1, just so people know. So if you're ever using those commands. So this is a tough one to figure out if I want this during day or night. I love this little church though. This is nice. The other thing that I will say when you're filming angles, much like when you're filming thumbnails, try to get your angles, to show the size and scope. Like having this angled upward and pulling back out gives you a better, kind of wide perspective of things. So we'll start with the church. I don't know how I'll piece this all together at the end, but we'll start with this. I do like this in daytime, I think, a little bit better. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of lighting in the church because it hasn't been renovated yet.
Yeah, I'm also realizing now that. All right, let me see if I can do this. I gotta remove myself. So I'm gone. Now I just need to give it back to the game. I'm gonna pull this out to here. Do my set right there. Pull it in. And then I'm gonna hit my go. Let this pull back out. Then you get kind of this, cool shot where it feels like the room is wrapping around you. Rookie, you can't use helmet light. It doesn't work. Because you're hiding your hands, it turns off the helmet light. And you know what helps? Once again, is to start recording. So let's pull this back in and just go here and do one more. So this is the downside of y'all seeing me do this in real time, is that I make mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes when I do these recordings. Or I try to film an angle and then I realize I don't actually like it. And then I'm like, that's not really showing how I like this. All right, so there's the church. We got that covered. And you have to kind of accept that air is human. Now, I also, I should have filmed this. I normally do this in order. So I did know I wanted to film, the moment I looked at this, I wanted the approach of coming in here. So, and I don't want to bring it all the way up to the door. I think I want to bring it to like right here. Echo's a perfect streamer with 0 bugs. Absolutely. So again, I'm going to use the stairs for alignment. And I think this is kind of a good perspective to bring us to, is like right there. And then I'm going to back us up and see how far I can go. Like this is a great perspective coming in right here. And I'm going to do this and it'll give us a little bit of an angle. Valkron, so what I'm doing is I'm recording this so that I can put together a montage of all the bases from this season. I've done this in the past just to kind of do base showcases. I'm just doing it live so that you can kind of see it. So again, we'll zoom in, and I'm using about a 20-second zoom here. I could speed that up or slow that down. I try to make it slow enough so that if I want to speed ramp it, I can. 20 seconds is a pretty good amount to be able to slow and, do whatever which way I want. So Valkron, so each time I refresh my community servers, I give it a new season name. So this was the 14th season of me running a community server. That's how we have seasons. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! So we can, again, follow down multiple paths. We could take us inside, which, oh my gosh, you've got so much stuff inside too. I'm going to use, how do I want to do this? What game version was season 1? Dark Sun, I don't know. I'd have to go back and check. I honestly don't know. It was probably alpha 19 or 20. So we'll do a set here on this and we'll pull back to here. Show another one kind of going through. And we're just going to guess. And hopefully that diagonal works and doesn't cut off on the trees. No, Valkron, this is season 14. Yeah, see, this is where we find out that's not going to work. I just got to do the straight shot. So we'll do one here because I kind of want the full. I want the idea of coming down the path. This one's going to have a lot of speed ramps in it too, just to capture everything here. There's so much. Yeah, Rookie, I think. Yeah, so this is Valkron. So this is from season 14. Our current season we're running is A Darkness Falls. And this is the season right before that. All right, so that's going to cover us getting into the garage. We got the church on the other side. We won't be able to get all these little pathways on the side. It's just too much content for.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I try to get the sense of it. You know, like these little pathways I love. And what I try to do for stuff like this is just get a feel of walking down the path. Man, yeah, this is crazy, man. You have so much good stuff in here. All right. Let me see which way we came in from. So the garage is here. So I think what we'll do is we'll do the exterior. We'll come in here. We'll bring that up to there. We'll show the garage. I don't know that I'll do the insides of the garage, but I want to take this around from the garage. And so if you use your angles, so what I'm going to do, because this will give a good sense for the thing as a whole, we'll do a lap around the walking path. So we'll take us to here, do a set point, and then I'm going to pull us back so that you see the garage in the corner. So this is how you create, you know, the fluid motion when I do my cuts. If I come from this angle after zooming into the garage, your brain logically follows and says, oh, okay, well, we're at the garage. We've rounded the corner. Then we're going to walk the path along the side. And this is how I kind of hopefully make them, you know, it all tie together. I try to make a little like 1 minute story of a base. So anytime you're doing streaming or video creation and whatnot, it's all storytelling through just various mediums. So I think this one, I'm not going to take it the whole right way around because we're going to run out of time, I know. But I'm going to take it to here. Needs more purple wildflowers. I'm so shocked to hear Rookie say that. And this one, I'm going to bring the angle down a lot just to switch it around and then go. And then we'll just bring it down this aisle. And this is kind of nice because you'll get to see all the cool exterior, but you're also getting to see the detailing on the right side of the abbey here, which is fun to kind of show off both. Now from here, what I would like to do is also show this exterior. So I'm going to come from here, from these stairs on the side. And I kind of want to get, oh man, this is tricky. I want to get a pan shot from here, but I also am going to, I can't just easily do this on the server. So we are facing west. So we want the lighting to actually come from this side. So we want a morning shot. So I'm going to change time to 6 a.m. And it's still at a little bit of a rough angle. So I will change lighting until I get the angles that I like for the sun hitting this. There we go. That's kind of nice where you've got the trees and the lighting coming across. That's perfect. And I'm going to start from down here. And I want this perspective of kind of going up a little bit. So do a set point here. And down like that. Perfect. Let it go, and then we get a good diagonal view. Now, while I'm doing this zoom, can you tell me a little bit about the big glass area to the right that I see?
So the glass area, okay, to the right is what we call the breakfast room. And it's also where they've put the pool and the gym in after the fact. So that's where the family and guests would go for the morning breakfasts, as that would be when the sunlight hits at the best.
Got it. Nice. All right, so for this, I already have ideas the moment I look at it. How can I get this right? Yeah, I kind of want to get this zoomed out shot. I always end up with more shots than I know what to do with at the end. Also, just FYI. But I love like that where it gives perspective. It connects it to the building. So I'm going to do we're going to do it this way. Perfect. And then I'll kind of do a speed ramp at the end, most likely. All right, so we'll come down from this and go. Always go below where you want it to start. And then go past where you want to end. So that when you go to edit, you have some space to play with on either side. All right, so we got that side. Oh man, God, there's so much to work with here. Okay. How do I want to do this? I think I want to get in here. I think I want this shot here. A left to right pan. About right like that. And we're going to use the same custom one that I had set up from earlier.
Valkron, the only way we deal with screamers is with large guns. There is pretty much no defense other than a ditch.
All right. Man, we haven't even gotten to the inside of this one. I think we want to do the inside at night. But man, I love some of the lighting. Y'all did a great job with all the natural lighting in here is really good. All right, let's we're gonna set time night and we're gonna go do some of the interior. Because we should have all the interior lights on. Yes, yeah. Oh my gosh. All right, how do we do this? This room is a little bit tough. Are these, do you know if these were supposed to be powered, the candelabras?
Candelabras are not powerable.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's hard to remember which mods. In some mods they are. All right. Okay. I do like the depth of color in here. Like the depth of lighting in here is nice. Wait, how late in the morning does the lighting run, did you say?
Till 4.
All right. I think what we're going to actually do is a long shot through the hole. Yeah. We're going to do this to here. Pull it back to here. Try to get it centered and then go. And then we'll get a sense of moving through these rooms. It's so tricky because you want to capture every last ounce of all of it and you just can't get it all. All right, so we're going to, again, going with motion, we're going to take it from there. We're going to see if we can capture that follow through and take it down this hallway. I want to think of how this is going to go. So I want it through to here. This is going to be a tricky shot. This may or may not work. We'll find out. All right. Let's see how, because we're kind of panning down into the corner Oh, wait, no. Oh, we hit the wrong button. I hit the rotation button. I want to hit the straight co. Wait, why is that doing that? Did we not? Oh, I failed. I know what I did. Make sure you actually let your set button finish its command, which I did not do. How long did it take for you to complete the space?
Many more hours than I would like to imagine with two of us working on it.
Yeah, I get that. All right, now let's try it. There we go. I think we might be golden with this. Get just under the door. Yes. All right. I would also ask, like, are there... I'm not going to be able to get all the little bathrooms and stuff. Make sure that I'm not missing any of the rooms that are, like, you're really proud of that I want to highlight.
So the games room that you just went kind of through, that's kind of an interesting one.
Oh, I like these. Nice. This is a tough one due to lighting to capture.
Yeah, you're going to run into that a lot, I think.
Yeah. I think that's as good as we're going to get for this one. Just love the feel for this one. This would be a great base to convert to an actual POI. Like a questable POI.
That's kind of part of what we were trying to go for is, you know, as we were gathering materials, we'd go through a POI and we'd look at it and see a room or see how they were doing something. And then we'd say, oh, we could use that here. And we can steal that to use that there.
Yeah. This room doesn't have lighting in it. Seeing if I can see it at all during the day. That's the back entry. Got it. I would like to capture this room though.
Yes, it is, Judra.
All right, so I'm going to do a set here. And try to get this. Lighting is so weird in this game too. I did ask, by the way, for folks wondering, one of my frustrations. Oh, that was bad. That happens sometimes too. One of my big frustrations in filming in this game is I use my second PC to get the other perspective, and I'm sure you all have seen this in multiplayer, but sometimes the lighting isn't the same from one character to another. So if you're filming two perspectives at the same time, it's not always the same. Super frustrating. I don't know, but I would be scared to live in a chateau like that with myself in real life. Yeah, this is a lot to live in, for sure. All right. Ooh, this one I want. All right, this one I want to go forward. I got to think of how to do this. This is where it's going to take me a second to figure out my controls. Forward one and right one. And let me try my custom on this one. Nope. And what's my rotational angle? Oh, angle is 10 degrees. So I want my angle to increase here. Maybe 20 degrees. That still might not be enough. Oh. See, these I haven't done in a while. Then I get lazy and I just say, well, we'll just do a basic rotational with the center point being there. And then I can come back to here. And then I can rotate left around that. Except for then it's going to... See, this is what drives me bonkers. So I need to adjust my altitude. Yeah, this is not going to capture it the way I like it. Because what I'd like is kind of a slow pan around like this. But I might have to satisfy myself with this. These small spaces are really, really tricky to capture. Actually, you know what? I wonder if I can do that. I don't know how this will work. I don't know that I've tried this. We're going to try coming down here like this and see if it will accept the rotational as well. Okay, it's not going to take the rotation, but it is going to capture the size and feel of the room. I wish it would also capture the rotation with that, but you know, I guess there's only so much I can ask for. All right, so I feel like I got the garden room. I think I've gotten everything.
The one other room that's kind of interesting is the workshop, basically right below you right now.
Okay, here?
Oh, no, sorry, lag.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, actually right there. So bottom floor, right about where you are.
This one? Your crafting area?
Yeah. Oh, it's not going to light worth.
It did. How do I get in here? I'm looking for... Oh, there's your door. There's the door. Okay. God, these corridors are cool. I actually want a shot of these. Holy crap. Yeah, I gotta get this too. Too much stuff to film in here. It's too good. Stop it. All right, we're gonna get... Each base gets its own video. I wish, I truly wish I had time to like do long videos on each of these. It's just, yeah, it just takes a lot of work.
You're in the servants' quarters.
Yeah. I want to be a servant in your quarters because it's pretty freaking swanky. Okay, yeah, let's get this. Set that. God, this is cool. So we're gonna come out of the wall here. So you'll span out and you'll see the kitchen, and then you'll get to see just this hallway, you know, just manifesting before you. It's kind of cool. I'm not sure which direction I want to go. I might have it actually go the other way. Hey, Jutra, I'm okay with that because I encourage the community and the community encourages me. It's kind of, it goes both ways for sure. I get motivated by the things that I get to see everyone build, and you know, I beg, borrow, and steal myself. All right, so let's reduce these. I think the only way I can get this room is a... Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. I've got to play with my own controls after this to get it. So I've got the camera rotationals left and rights as standards, but then I also have this custom one that I could do on the fly. And it's tricky to remember how it works. So I'm going to try to do that. I think this is going to push the angle too fast. We're going to try it. Yeah, that's way too fast. So we need to drop the angle down to, we were at 10 degrees before. And I don't know what, I think it's 10 degrees per second is essentially what it does. And that seems to be a decent rotational speed. So now if I hit my custom again, there we go. That is a consumable pan speed to be able to check out a room. All right. Very cool. Set time day. There is one more shot that I want to get. I wanted to get, probably for the end of the video, this shot right here. So I want to angle it like so. And we'll pan out and go this way. So I'm going to do a set here, and then I'm going to take us down into this. So we'll kind of start, we'll line it up with the center of this as best as we can. And we'll go down into the ground like this. That way, it'll capture coming out of the stone, and then let me use that as a starting point. And this will be my, the two shots that I always really think of is how do I want to end the video and how do I want to start it. So for this, capturing the space, this will be the last shot that I do when I get down to editing. And then the first shot will be that shot that we did coming up the road into the Abbey. So awesome, awesome freaking work here. Freaking love it.
Well, thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Lex, who is next on the list?
Can I volunteer?
Who's that? Benu?
Can I volunteer for me and Dritz?
Yeah. I wasn't sure either of you were going to make it. I know Dritz is working, so.
Yeah, and I'm approaching pumpkin time, so.
Yep. Let me just mark these off as I go. I'm also going to stop recording so that I should have done this with the last one, kept it all as one big thing. So Calico Temple is done. Denton Abbey is good. We're going to go check out. This one is...
I can do the purple Stronghold and the Maison.
Okay. Let's do Dritz and Benu Maison first. Let me grab those. One TP and boom. All right. So I'm going to start out here. This one looks like y'all two bit off more than you could chew.
This was actually a brain worm of Jutra's to start with. So our Maison is the first one on the right.
Got it.
On the corner.
Got it. I'm gonna do, yeah. All right. Well, let's talk through it first. Hold on one second. Let me bring myself back so y'all can see my ugly mug while we're talking about things. All right. We'll zoom in and do this one. Definitely under construction. Yes. All right. Talk me through it, Benu.
All right, so this is the front facade, and Jutra came up with different layouts for different people to have different homes in this tiny village, and she made this one big enough for 2 people to cohabitate. And so our garden is right there to the left of the house, and you go in through the front where we have the beautiful sunroom, living room area, and going in through the front, you've got the nice little living room with our fun little plushies all around the top. Then you've got the dining area over here that leads into the kitchen. And sorry, I'm trying to go with the lag too.
No, I understand.
And so we've got our nice kitchen here with the working sink, the working stove and all of that stuff that we could get all of our food things in here. So this is the office where we have the books, the magazines, the learning stuff. And then on the floor in the corner there is to the left is a vault, the staff only. Right there. That leads down to our crafting area. Oh crap.
That's okay. I can just.
I can't remember what it is. And so it leads down to our crafting area where we have way more forges than we really ever needed. Plenty of storage boxes and all of our wonderful crafting needs fulfilled here. And we thought it would be low enough in the ground that it wouldn't attract screamers, but we were wrong.
Yup. You got to pretty much be on bedrock. And I see you got your bedroom over here on the side.
Yep, bedroom over to the side there with the bathroom leads in there too, because Drift has to have a fully functional household.
I get that.
Big party shower.
That is a party shower for sure.
And then on the outside we have the.
You know what? I'm disappointed. You don't have shower heads on each side.
Yeah, I think you got distracted. That's okay.
And then what were you saying outside?
On the outside is where he kind of let me reign supreme in the garden area a little bit. So we have the hot tub that he built on the side of the house. We've got the pool table, the picnic area, the little fire ring, a dog house because we have to have a dog, and the nice little garden ringing around the outside of the courtyard.
I like it. All right, so I am gonna get us some quick shots here. I'm gonna try to be quick here because I know you're crashing. But I do want to get I want to talk about like the whole of it, and then I want to zoom into the house. So I might do a shot coming in like this and then circle back to this. Let's do this. Did that capture? That didn't capture. Set. And I got to get rid of my own face skin. I need a button that just deletes me. All right, so we're gonna do a set point here. Then we're gonna pull all the way back out so you can kind of see coming in. So yeah, the original concept, and like Jutra can talk about it if she's here, but it was like a whole little village that y'all were putting together, and I loved the concept of this. With all these little houses along the edge. At some point in time, I need to like make a POI like this that's a big, I don't know, like has land plots set out for folks to just come in and build. So we'll do that, and then I don't want to rotate this one, I don't think, because the wall's going to get in the way. So I think what I want to do is capture the front across the side like this. Yep, we're going to do a side span here like this. I love that you can see the echo altar through the window there. Electric fences to keep the zombies at bay. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Justin, that's okay. You can go back and either watch it, or I'm going to be editing these down into shorter montages. That's part of what we're, working on here. So same thing. I want to come in here. I want to get the sense of coming into this room. This room, I want I think I want to do this. I'm going to do that. Let's see if I can get down on the floor level like this and see if we can get this, if this angle will work. Oh, no, I did the dumb. I wasn't recording. Oh my gosh. All right, bear with me, folks. I'll get better about this eventually. Probably not. Stop. there's like the thing that Nutty put together that made it a little bit easier to remind yourself when you're actually recording. We're going to move back in through the door here, all the way back to here. And go. The real bummer when you do this is when you have scenarios where you get a really cool shot and then you're like, oh no, I wasn't recording. And that happens way more times than I would like to admit. All right, we got that. Now we're going to get this side angle here again. Coming across the front of it. Get our set angle. And go. Nope, wrong go. And that's the other thing that happens. I've got 2 go buttons. I really need to separate those. One of them is a rotational, and then the other is the go to the last point that you created. Perfect shot. Takes photo, camera lags, cat moves. Yeah, all the above. Or forget to press record button twice for something. Yeah. All right. And then again, we want to get this coming through the door. I want it to have a little bit of forward momentum and going up. So we're going to set this to here. We're going to have it coming in right there. Perfect. So that gives us good upward momentum of seeing the sunroom. You get to check out the plushies. And then I think we're going to rotate right to go through the building, and we'll do the crafting section of it absolutely last. Or maybe I'll do the garden. The garden might be the last thing that we cover. This is a tough room. Again, I might be able to, yeah. I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep the same rotational that I had. I'm going to start here hugging the corner like that because I like this angle. We're going to use that custom. We'll get a nice rotational around like this. I'm probably going to reverse this so that it actually starts on the dining room chair side, because I can get the front room so that you get the concept of coming in the door there. And it'll basically rotate around here and show you all this. And then we'll move in through the kitchen. Kitchen's going to be a tough one too. I don't want to keep going, and I try to mix up the angled shots too. That's the other thing I really like to do. So I might have it come in through the kitchen where you could see the kitchen, and then I might do a pan up shot like this. Like that. The next room is going to be even trickier to figure out, but we'll see what we can do with it. Oh, no, I hit the button. Sorry. You can't keep your hand off the mouse once you start having stuff go. And it looks like we got ads in 5 minutes. We'll see if we can finish the recording on this one. Oh, and nope, that's not going to work either because we clipped. One last try. We'll try to get over to the purple tower so you can talk me through it, Benu, and then you can go to bed.
Okay, that's great.
I'm trying to move as fast as I can. All right, let's... this room might not be capturable. This might just be too tough. Actually, no. If I get in the corner here... Can I do that? And then hit a custom. And then I will actually take this rotational out the opposite way so that I will catch the edge of the kitchen. No, because I would have had to have been like right on the edge of this. I don't think I can catch the... I think that the depth of this is not going to... Oh, right there. All right, there we go. That should catch it. So now when I rotate it, I'm right on the edge. Should catch the bookcases, the window looking out, and then as I flip around the corner here, it should show me the kitchen, which once I get into, you know, the editing and recording, I'll be able to connect everything back up. Perfect. All right, now we just have the little bedroom over here, and this one I'm gonna go backwards. So I'm gonna do a set point here. And then hit a go here. Oh, I love the little plushie on top of the lamp there.
The kangaroo was my favorite.
He is very cute. All right. And then I think we end on this. I'll try to get a rotational on this. I'm going to see if I can do a set here. Bring it down low like this and rotate to this side. That's not going to be enough. All right, that's fine. We're going to stop here. And then we're going to take it back the other direction. I still don't like it, but that's okay. Because we'll stop here. We're going to pull it back out this way. And I kind of just play with this. I kind of pull it out, rotate. There we go. That gets a good sense of everything there. All right. And I got 3 minutes, so I'm going to try to get us to the purple tower. I might do one last shot here. I'll come back. Actually, mods, can you give me one pause so that we can get Benu safely to bed? I might come back and just do a shot after the fact.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm trying to be kind. All right, so that's the maison, and now I need to head to the purple tower. The purple stronghold, or... Oh, so the stronghold, not the tower, right?
Correct.
Got it. Oh, that one, that's, okay. TP. If you're using the TP command, folks, you can't have commas in here. Thought I fixed all those. All right. Tell us all the things.
Okay, so a couple things that just wanted to point out specifically is on the inside, there are 4 different lanes that you can activate at a time to direct the flow of the zombies. There are, well, maybe there's more than 4. There's a lot of lanes, and each of them you can open and close to direct the flow of the zombies. And so there's melee positions, there's long range positions, and each of them is color coded to the switches that turn them on and off.
Where are the switches located, just so I can kind of...
inside the purple columns, there are.
Oh, I see them now.
I'm wrong.
I see them. So there's fences. Turn on. Turn on.
I think the switches that activate the doors are on the outside walls beyond the columns, I think. Like right there in those cubbies.
Oh, gotcha. Like somewhere in here?
By the purple columns, though. Between the
gotcha.
the wall and the column.
Oh, there they are. Got it. Okay, cool. Got it. All right. Those are nice and protected. I get it. Perfect.
That way, this base can a lot of people can use this base at one time. Or if you only have 3 or 4 people, you can close all of the other lanes and just have one lane open at a time. And if the lane fails, you can move on to the next lane.
Yep. Love it. Love having fallback redundancies like that. So I'm semi-familiar with this one as well because I was on for the first, Horde Night for this season. So I think I got the rest of it pretty well.
There is a little bonus thing that Jutra actually wanted me to tell you about, but it's in the other purple base, not the Stronghold, so just across the street.
This one up here? Or the community base back here?
The community base, just across the street from the Stronghold.
Yep.
So between the two buildings, that little walkway, there is a vault door in the ground that leads to a special room.
Ooh. That's amazing. Jutra, why no? I just did what I was told. It's very cute.
A prank was played on Jutra while we were playing, and all of the plushies were put in little prison cells around the walls that have since been taken out. But each of the prison cells for the nice plushies was guarded by one of the mean plushies.
I love that. Oh, and I found a secret place. Oh my gosh. All right, I got to cover this base separately just because it's cuteness. So I might go do all the community bases after the fact. That's amazing.
And I leave you with that little gem. Have a good night.
Yep. Get some good rest. Thank you. I appreciate it, Benu. Hey, Jutra, was that what you were trying to get my attention on? Or was it something else? Okay, yeah, that was it. Awesome. All right, let me see where we are on commercials. We got 1 minute to commercial. All right, I'll probably take a bio break after this one, and we'll continue on the recording. We've got, so when I get back, we'll record the purple base here. And then we've still got some, we haven't got to some of the craziest, nuttiest ones here. There's, the one on the thumbnail is testing the boundaries of what 7 Days to Die can handle in terms of just number of blocks in one area. Yeah, Lex, I'm moving as fast as I can. This is our first time experimenting with this. It tested my sanity. Yeah, I know, Dark Sun. I know it did. All right. Well, I'm gonna record this one through the commercials, and I'm gonna skip on the bio break, and y'all won't miss anything other than me. You kind of heard me doing it. So those who won't be here aren't gonna be missing a ton. It's just me doing the recording portion of it. We talked through some of the functions on this one. I'm gonna set time to day on this. I'm gonna get a rotational around this. So yeah, for anyone still here, we're just gonna do this to keep us moving forward because there's a lot to cover here. So some of them will be a little bit shorter than others though. So there's that. And for the folks, you know, the ones that we don't have people here, they'll definitely go faster. All right, let's get a rotational. Don't like that. I want the rotational to be lower there. Ooh, that's tough. Yep. There we go. Let's actually hit the record button this time. Lady Meerkat, yes, absolutely. The community here is phenomenally talented. It is overwhelming at times. I do love the redundancy on this one. I also, one of the features that Benu didn't mention that I really, really, really like about this base is the way the zombies path up here. They come up these ladders and then around to the sides, and it gives the extra community members the ability to sit at these windows. Is the panning and mod are in the game? It's part of the game. All the panning features are part of the game. If you look here, if you just come into here and type auto move, it'll give you all the different functions you can do. You just have to be in dev mode. I will say it takes a lot of playing around to figure out, and I have a Stream Deck bit that I've made that makes this a little easier for me. So we're gonna do a shot up like this. Here, set. And I want to drop the duration down to like 12 seconds or so. Yeah, absolutely. Glad to share the info. Really cool for when you're doing, you know, shots of your bases to get the perspective. So for this one, we're going to have the perspective of coming up the ladders. Again, we're following the path that the zombies are going to do. So that's probably good enough. They'll come up to here. We'll stop that. And then we can do a diagonal. This is the other nice thing about this. So we're going to do a diagonal shot across here to the fighting position. We're going to go a little bit past it actually, but I'll probably stop it when I do the recording. So we're going to do a diagonal so we can see what have come up the ladders over there. And then I'm going to do a go. And then it'll give us a feel of the zombie moving across to the fighting position. And just let it go right past there. Oh no, I didn't know. Folks, I get dumb points. I didn't get rid of my face. I didn't get rid of my face. It's still there. Now it's gone. It's okay. We all make mistakes. So now we got to go back to the center of this. Nope. Stop. I'm just trying to get the center point set first. Center point set. So set is a command in and of itself, and I've got a Stream Deck button that just does that for me. Now we're going to hit the record button so that we're actually recording. I did see the electric, the plushie on the fence out front. All right, that's good there. And again, we're going to do the same pathing that we did before. Set this to here. Sometimes the second time around, it's easier. Back up to here and go. I don't know why we keep getting that dimming around the edges. All right, that's good enough for there. And then we're going to, again, do this diagonal pathing along the edge. We're going to take it to like right there. Do a set point here. Diagonally pull it back to here and do a go. We probably have folks back from commercials, I assume, at this stage as well. So we're just finishing up the recording on this one. Then we're going to... We're already right here, so we're going to hit the purple tower. Actually, we were going to do reds next. I might do the purple tower because we're right here. I can do that one pretty quick. So I kind of want to get the position coming in. Get the pathway like this and come back through here like so. It's a good angled shot here, so we'll do... Yeah, I'm going to go in blind. All right, so we'll do one pulling back through. Yeah, the thumbnail, we might save that one for the last one. Dark Sun did just stunning work with that. Sacrifice sanity in the process, but do I find the stairs or ladders? Oh, Dark Sun, are you asking on this one? I agree with you. I think they prefer ladders. I like having the stairs there, honestly, more so for the purposes of dogs and stuff like that. But I am with you. My guess is that they mostly take these. Yeah, for the animals. You know, weird question, folks. I actually had someone ask me today on the new Seeker's Bane video. You know, does my base account for bears? Do y'all really have problems with bears? Like, is that a thing? Am I missing something? All right, I think I want. Can I? Oh, yes. That's what I want. All right. We're going to do a set point here. This is going to be a cool shot. I like getting fun shots like this. All right. So let's see. Hopefully we don't get clipping here. Yes, perfect. Haha, that's going to be our zoom out shot for that one. Fun diagonal shot. Do I need anything else for this one? I don't think so. All right, we're going to stop the recording on that one. We're going to go hit a fresh recording over here. Grab a quick bio break before the tower. Is that a recommendation? Lex, do you do you need to impart information to me? Let me see if I can check. I'm good on bio for right now. I will take a stretch in some water. I'm just trying to motor us along. I will get a stretch in. I'm drinking some water right now. I promise. I promise. Bio break before it becomes a biohazard. Oh man. I can go for a bit longer. We're good. We're good. We're good. So I think starting off for this one, we're gonna get a shot like this. That's gonna be our starting. We're going to kind of come in from a side angle here. I'm going to hit record right now so I remember to do it. I like it with the smoke coming across the side. Perfect. And the plushies across the top is a nice little touch there. All right, we're gonna see if we can unlock this. I don't know that I need a shot right here. I might want to have... I think we want a shot, some rotationals. But I also want this going up the sides so that, let's see, this is southern facing. It will be almost impossible for me to get lighting on this side, but I really want to capture the detail. Oh, here we go. This is a great side. Getting the details of the uses of the angle blocks. By the way, folks, these are some of my favorite blocks to work with. I talked about this a lot on my Seeker's Bane video, but using these interlacing angle blocks, whether it's a ramp or a wedge 60 or the narrow blocks or the new 6M and 8M versions, it really gives a lot of character to a base. So this will give some nice little teasers of the different things they put in each of the levels. And we don't always get through everything building wise. This I'm gonna do. Oh, I see they made I assume they made that jump there for. All right, we're gonna do. Do I do it this way? Yeah. Get right in the corner here. Hug the corner. Then we're gonna do the custom again, and we're gonna get that pivot around the room. Actually, you know what? I don't like this angle, and I don't like this angle for one reason. I forgot the mannequins. The mannequins are kind of cool because they're all... Oh, is it this level? I feel like there's another one where they were all really well positioned. Was it this floor? No. Oh, this is not going to be filmable. I can't do anything in this room. I can't. We can probably get this one pretty well. All right. Well, we'll do this. We'll get the custom shot in here. And you can see they were kind of in process on this one. That happens a lot on community bases. People just run out of steam. As you could tell when we started off in here, the bases here are like we're on day whatever. Why is there no super core meal? Stairs like this, I like to take them up like this on a diagonal. So I can do a downward shot like this. I'm going to do a set here. And oh God, nope, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know what I just did there. I don't know how I hit that angle. That was weird. All right, that should work there. Hit go. Nope. Oh no, it didn't complete. That's what's going on. Was it from this floor to this floor? We're gonna try to get this shot. This is just tough and tight little spaces like this. Get that angle right. Okay. Hit a set. And then we're going to come to the bottom of the stairs, pull back to there. There we go. And that there was a little bit of clipping there. I'm just going to accept it. Sometimes you leave a little bit of clipping because it is what it is. All right. I don't know that the other floors, this might be just a shorter video for this one, because these are largely unfinished at this stage. But I do want to get a full-on rotational of this. So we're going to do one set, and we'll probably end it with a rotational on this one. And we'll just hit that and let it go all the way around, except for I think I want that maybe a little bit lower. All right, I'm going to do one rotation that way. I hate when it pops like that. And then we're going to bring it down low like this. And we're going to come back the other direction. Oh, except for we're clipping way too much. That's fine. Let's pull it in tighter. Try it this way. Still hitting the trees. That's okay. I don't mind hitting the trees. The lighting there is nice. The plants are a little bit in the way. I'm going to tighten it in even more. Try one last go at it. It's a perfect time with the sunlight, though. I really like... Oh, God damn. There's only one answer to this, folks. It's the end of the season, so we fix things violently. And when I can't get the shot that I want, what I do is I come here and I just get rid of the trees. Now I can't clip into the tree. There we go. Move out of the way, foul nature. Excellent. All right, cool. We got the purple tower covered. Mark that one off the list. I'm going to come back down. I want to make a note to come back to the other, the purple base and cover the plushie zone, because that's just too cool. Purple tower is covered. All right. Red's on. Red, do we want to do Echo Octagon? You're really quiet. Are you there? Someone else in chat talk. I think.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me see if I can turn Red up.
Me?
Oh yeah, Red, keep talking. I got you turned down. Let's see.
Oh, testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep, I got you now.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're good. I just had to turn you up a bit. Every time I do these streams, I gotta switch the audio around. It's always fun. All right, let's turn me back on for a second and come into here and get this and teleport to there. All right, this is one of the starter bases, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so just reminding people, the purple one that we did was the purple. So I should have explained the concept that we did for the season was really fun. We did 3 different teams and they separated out and built their bases as a competition. And we had the community vote on which base we were going to use for Horde Night. It was a lot of fun. All right, let me make sure I'm facing the right direction, because I think I want to actually do this shot last when I come into it, but go ahead and talk to me about the base. I'm going to just appropriately sit at the right spot for this one, because I was super slow when we were doing it initially.
Okay, yeah, so you're about the right spot now, looking straight down at it. So if you'll notice that why it's called the Echo Octagon is because, well, it says Echo. EKO. We try to mimic the logo as much as we could while in the concept from Jinx's idea of trying to pay a homage to Echoes in his server. And then from that, I tried to design a floor plan and then build it up from there to make a fighting position that was community friendly.
Yeah, and for those who've never done this, it's very difficult to build bases where multiple people can fight. It's super tricky.
So as you go down into the fighting position to follow the lane up, it worked really well because it made the stairs into the gauntlet of doom for melee and range, and so nothing really made it to the end to actually attack the vault doors by the time everything was done. So, and almost nothing fell alive. So it worked out really well for as compact as the fighting position is.
Yeah, so you got crisscrossing electric fences. You got jumpy poles here at the end that they've got to go over top of. And then it looks like even at the very end, you got the vault doors for them to try to want to go through, but then you've got the dump mechanic here if you need it.
Yes. It's hard seeing where you are with the lag.
Yep. I'm in your double doors.
Okay. So yeah, then you got the grenade and rocket launchers on the ends side of the O facing the stairs. You can go down to repair all the fences and be protected.
Oh, are the fences a level below this?
Yeah, there's a sub level to the fighting floor.
Got it.
Where all that stuff is done, so it's protected, and it just the starting part of the fences is below. The repairable positions are above.
Got it. That makes sense. So it's easier to get to them.
Yeah, so that way we didn't take up extra space of community fighting, but with non-usable fences that we didn't have to touch.
Yeah, I love the angles on the fences. That works freaking great. I can't remember who it is that started doing this. I feel like Dritz was maybe I don't remember. But I love these downward facing doors like this. These give really wide open, like down angle perspectives to shoot at.
Yeah, and it works perfect for melee for the most part. I had to adjust a little bit to bump them to the outside, or I should say to the melee side of the pathing. So that's why there's a little bit of a plate on the inside rails. But it's very minor for the boxers in the community. But anybody using weapons actually could hit just fine as they pass by.
Some turrets on the roof, standard fare there. Are these the arrow blocks on the side? Yeah, those are. I love these blocks. They're fun for character.
Yeah, I was trying to find something that worked really well in diagonals, and that was the hardest part, was trying to keep the O shape and finding something to give the decor. So
give it some character. Yep. And these are the good old bookcases, man. We've gotten so much mileage out of the bookcases. Just placed sideways. These are great if you use them, folks, because you get the delineation of the two different color tones that you can add in close proximity, and it just looks really cool. All right. Well, how do I want to film this coming in? Yes, you're absolutely right, Dark Sun. They are a complete pain in the ass to paint. All right, let me do all the right things this time. I'm gonna get rid of my face cam. Anything else you want to cover on this one, Red?
I think that covers just about everything.
Yeah.
You got all the positions. It's got it all there.
Excellent. Let me make sure. There we go. Now we're in the right stream. All right, we're going to do a shot coming in from this perspective first. This will be our entry shot. Oh, God, I'm having to reach. Just make sure we're lined up. Again, use your blocks as if you're going to do these zoom shots like this. And actually, let's close that up because I feel like it looks tacky with that open. So use your blocks as a guide. You want things lined up and symmetrical if you're anal retentive like me. Yep. Thank you for the reminder on the record. We're not there yet, but I'm remembering it. I'm trying to do better, folks. All right, record is hit. We're gonna hit our go. We'll get our first pan shot coming up on this one. See if we get lucky and get it the first time. I think I'm gonna have to pan up, and that'll be a teaser shot. And then I think to get the full essence of this one, we're gonna have to have some level of a rotational shot, but I'm probably just going to do a half moon on it instead of going the whole way around. So I'm going to come here to the center. And maybe get it about right there. And then do a rotate. And hopefully, nope, that's not enough. So I need to come down and out and then come back the other way. That's perfect because that gives you kind of the full breadth of the base. I might do that. Actually, let's loop it back around like this. We're going to take it back around. I am going to slow that one down because I feel like that is way too fast to be able to kind of take the base in. So update the duration a little bit, and then I'm going to loop it back this way, and I feel, that's much better. How you doing, Mute buddy? I miss you.
I didn't notice it before with the bleed through from the altars going to the outside. It's cool.
Oh yeah, and the lighting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is passing through.
A little bit of shimmer.
All right, let's. Like, I'm gonna probably leave this up like this. Do you have lighting in here at all? Do you know? I don't think you do.
I don't think we needed it for the way that it worked.
Oh god. So there's also this is hard to explain to everyone. You're not going to be able to see this. There's a I don't know if it's a bug in the game or if it's a bug in something dealing with my recording here locally. But when I go into this mode to record, everything looks dark on my screen only. But it doesn't look like that if I look over at my OBS recording. It is super frustrating because I was talking to the 7 Days to Die devs and I was like, what is going on with this? And I couldn't figure it out. And then I finally, in one of my bits of recording for 2.0, I saw what was going on and I was like, oh, this is a me problem. This is not a you problem. I don't know why my computer's doing this, but ooh, that's not gonna work. I thought this diagonal shot was gonna work. I want to try to get the melee capture. I really love how it says the melee across there. And honestly, I probably want to go left to right because people won't understand. All right, so we're going to do a set there. We're going to come to here. I also want to do a going down the hallway zoom so you can kind of see the zombie pathing again. All right, so we get the melee side. And don't let me forget, at the end, I definitely want to get the pan shot coming out of here. So let's get... Let's get the zombie pathing a little bit. All right, we're going to come to here like this. This is tricky because you made so many paths up.
Yeah, I had to make everything work with the name, so it made it work though.
All right, so we'll have one. This might clip. It might not. I'm not sure. I might not care if it clips. That'll work. That'll work. So we'll do one shot like that. Then to mix it up, we're going to take the other perspective. We're going to go to here. Oops. Nope. Don't do that. Stop. So set. We're going to lower my duration. So it's a shorter distance. So you got to kind of mimic your duration to max where you're going. So reduce the duration because we're going to a smaller. So we'll do the 2 pathways up. And again, once we splice this all together, it gets more fluid. So we'll do one set here, and then we'll do the second leg of this journey here, and we'll do a go. So it'll look like you're going up one side, then up the other side. And then we'll stop here, and then we'll show like the zombies path. And here I'm going to increase the duration a little bit. 20. And line this up nicely like that. We're going to do a set here, and then we're going to pull it back here so we can kind of see the full path coming in. Hit a go, and we'll just... Hey, Ginger, welcome in. You are spot on. And then after this, we'll just do the perspective of the coming up from it, so you can kind of see the logo. All right, I think that covers that pretty well. And now the tricky shots. Make sure we get this lined up nice and square. This is also a little bit frustrating to get this right because your angles always distort everything depending upon where you are. It is very difficult to get this perfect. And you end up just kind of giving up at a certain point in time and saying, that's close enough. Instructions unclear, forgot to remove it. Exactly. 100%. All right, so we're gonna have it end on that right there. So we're gonna do our set point here. We're gonna bring it down like this, but then I'm gonna center it on the stairs. Then I'm gonna hit my go and let it record. And I almost panicked there. I looked over, I was like, oh my God, please say my face cam is turned off. All right, there we go. Solidly done. Perfect. We'll mark that one off the list. All right. Thank you, Red, for the instruction. Appreciate the walkthrough. I just love all the work that the folks did on this. Every season, I'm just, I'm just tickled. Y'all do such good stuff. All right, Lex, do we have another victim?
We do. Bud is up next with the Broodmother.
Okay. I think this is our last community base.
It is.
Yes, it is.
All right, so F1 TP and go there. All right, talk to me, bud.
Well, the outer wall. I want to start with a couple of
yeah.
I want to start with a couple. First of all, just a whole shout out to Yellow Team. The inspiration for the base came from a I did a I had like a build that I did in a solo playthrough, and when we were coming up with ideas, I just I shared the screenshot with the group and said, this is something I've got, but it's not going to work for a big community horde base. And Dark Sun looked at it and said, hey, it looks like a spider. And that's kind of where it all started to be like, let's build a big spider as our community horde base. So the outer wall that you're looking at, Dark Sun made that. And a little bit later on, when we go inside, the floor that was done in there is absolutely beautiful. And Dark also, she is also she's the one that did that as well. It's absolutely gorgeous, the floor in here. And so it was just a really fun kind of collaborative effort to come up with, like, what are we going to build? And we settled on something that we wanted to be a little bit less intuitive at first anyway. Not all the common tropes of base building. So when we originally built it, the pit wasn't there. That huge pit that's there now, that wasn't there in the original version, nor were those half blocks there at the fighting positions.
Yeah, and I've got to kind of weigh in on this one. So one of the things when you see these 3 original bases that were built, really important perspective for the folks who are watching, these were built in 7 days in game. These were the day 7 horde bases. Now, they might not have been quite at the level that they're at here, but they were pretty damn close. So I think, I'm trying to remember from my memory, your point, the pit wasn't here, but the general concept of the spider was here. I think the wall wasn't completely formed. I think it was mostly here. But
no, I finished the wall.
Oh, the wall was finished. Okay.
Yeah, it was. All of it. But the zombies carved their way through it.
Okay, the zombies objected to your wall and said no. I get it.
And I can tell you for a fact, as we used the base many times, and they continually objected to the wall.
And one just quick question. I assume there's floating blocks here.
Yep.
Yeah, we're using the good old, I think Cautious Pancake figured out the...
Double rails.
Yeah, yep. Double rails. And then is that what these pillars are for as well?
Yes, all of these pillars. Yes, because I can see them ending. Yeah, and the reason the pillars look the way they do is precisely because originally it was built at ground level. So on day 7, you probably don't remember it, but when you were here for the day 7, it was built on the ground. So it wasn't 11 blocks up. There really was nothing of the common trickery, for lack of better wording, to deal with the zombies. It was we just wanted something that was completely counterintuitive.
Yeah, that was inspired by Echo's fun little mini rant about people always going for the map.
Yeah, that's true. So we just kind of came up with it, and we just it was just a fun experience working with the team on it. And when it came time to dig the pit, I don't think Vaz is here tonight, but Vaz was an absolute beast helping dig out the pit and getting it done as fast as we were able to get it.
Yeah,
get it done.
There's some meticulousness of digging that pit out too, and not crashing the whole the whole base.
Yeah. My one regret with it, just the way that it functioned when we actually tried using it as the host for the entire community for the Horde Night, was just that I think in part because it's so compact, there were a lot of people were having a lot of frame rate issues with it. So unfortunately, it being so compact, I don't think was doing anybody any favors. But really, for something that we just kind of came up with as a group together, I don't think I could have asked for anything better. It's pretty. It was fun. It was fun, and I'm proud of it that it held up.
Yeah.
And once we put the half blocks in place of the doors, because originally where the half blocks are at the fighting positions, those were doors that were just meant to be opened.
So you can use the drop mechanic.
And once the half blocks were there, the base pretty much was, I mean, unless we were shooting demo buttons, it was pretty much, it was lights out.
Thank you, Jutra. Jutra just caught me recording with my face on. And Greg, to answer the question, double rails is the trick that they used for those floating supports. It's a little trick that I want to say it's Cautious Pancake figured it out. But it allows you, when you put two double what are those called? Rails? Just look up double. If you put them on top of each other, they just disappear. And you can walk straight through them. It's very silly. It's one of those 100% 7 Days to Die is a perfect game with no bugs type of scenarios. All right, so this is going to be the definite starting shot. I want to do probably the zoom in from the side. I want to get a rotational shot, so I'm going to come straight to the center of this and do a set point, what I think is about the middle, because I want to get the fence. So we'll see how this goes. And this one I'm going to actively do fast because it's no, Greg, you cannot hit them, which is both good and bad because they can be damaged, which is super frustrating if you've got to go and repair them. So they can be hit, and community, please weigh in, but I'm pretty sure they can be hit by splash damage and stuff. Cop spit, things like that if they hit the blocks near them. But you won't have collision. So I think we're going to get, because I love catching this just mess of ladders here. This is probably a really great angle to be able to see, so that people can kind of see what it looks like coming out of the pit. So we'll do a shot coming up like this. All right. I'm just looking at time. We might not get through all of them tonight. What I'm thinking is I think we want to get anyone who's on tonight. I want to make sure we cover the bases. So I think we've got Dark Sun and who else? Lex, do you know who else we have that's on tonight?
Yeah, so all we have left is the base that Bud and I did together, and
Okay.
then you've got Sonia's Treehouse and then Dark's build.
Okay. I can probably get through those. Let's see if we can get through them. I'd love to have them all recorded and just... No, I know that Sonia isn't in here. It's 4 a.m. her time, so... I knew that wasn't going to quite shake out. I got to get the inside of this base, too, because I got to get that sweet, sweet flooring. I freaking love trim blocks. Trim blocks are always hard to, like, to get right. And a lot of times it's carving them out after the fact. I can't remember. Dark Sun, did you do those when the base was built, or did you come back in and add those?
Add what?
The trim blocks.
Oh, you mean the
flooring?
Like the floor? Yeah, no, I did that when we were building the base.
Yeah, that's that's a lot.
I spent hours in a creative test world just having fun building designs. Made like one fun.
Yeah, this is the way I normally do stuff like this. Is I do it after. All right, can I back up this way? I don't want to go through the stairs. Ooh, that's gonna be our. Yep, we're gonna come out the butt. We're gonna line this up nicely like this. Pull through this, and then do that. I always like to have like a parting zooming away shot. So again, storytelling, I try to figure out how to move through the base in a logical way where people kind of see it and experience it and have a coming and a going perspective. I did not consent to going out the butt. Oh, well, you know, I got nothing to say to that. All right, I think I've got, I might want to get one more. I do want to get one more rotational shot. I wish I could do angled rotation. This is my one. I wish I could keep my angle facing down and do a shot like this.
If you're gonna do another rotation, do you want to close the butt door?
Yeah. Right, we're gonna try this. This might not work. Or, you know what, I might, this is what I might do. Yeah, I like this better. I'm gonna come here and just do close the sphincter. I really love the pit, and I want to be able to kind of catch all the madness that's going on down there, because that's a lot.
37,000 ways to get out.
Exactly. All right. So we're gonna do this cross perspective because I think that gives you a really good view. You know, we'll see it a little bit as you come in from that entrance perspective, but this gives you more of a all the ways. All right. And how many ways for Echo to break a leg? You know, I only need one. Let's be honest. All right. Lex, where we head next?
If you want to go over to the Hibernal Echoes while we've got Bud on, we can just get that one out of the way.
Yep, let's do it. And thank you for orchestrating. I appreciate it. Oh, well, that's right. I know this one. All right, bud, you still with us?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to leave my camera off because I don't trust myself to remember to turn it back on. Or to turn it back off.
So on this one, if you want to go ahead and get the aerial view,
yep.
The whole design of this base was actually inspired by the Red Team's Horde base.
Nice.
After we did that initial kickoff stream, I saw the idea that they had to replicate your logo, and I thought that was really cool. But I wanted to try to do it as exact as I could. So we prototyped this ground level, just one block high. Bud and I went through working out how to get the shapes to make the E and the O on the diagonal right. And then once we had that done, we put it up on stilts. Bud really wanted a pit, so we actually enlisted Vass to help us with a pit on this build as well, so we could get that solid black backdrop to really frame out the Echo. So what you have here is in the O of the Echo, we have a living and crafting space. At the tip of the O, closer to the K, we have a built-in fighting position, so when you call screamers in from running your crafting, you've got a place where you can just go and deal with them without having to jump over. So we've got a little dinette
Oh, I see.
section, a small little living section, and then a bedroom with a little walk-in closet. And then in the E of the base is where the horde is designed to be dealt with, primarily on horde nights. So
Yeah, I really like this. This is one of my favorite design concepts of allowing the zombies to come into a central position, and then I love the these windows that you have to have additional people kind of support on the sides.
yes, so the way we kind of design this is you can have 2 to 3 people at the main fighting position that can be either ranged or melee. And then in the, I've referred to them as wings, but in the wings of the E, we added security grates so that if we wanted to have more people over, they had a place that they could stand and use weapons, ranged weapons from. The issue we ran into here is that facing the O, I really wanted a lot of windows because we chose the snow biome for its aesthetic. But when people were shooting, they were shooting our windows out and they were damaging our crafting area. So Bud had the idea to replace those with bulletproof glass, which completely solved that problem. And then, Bud, did you want to talk about how we worked out the pathing for this?
Well, I think the big thing I realized once we started building it was that the way that you're looking at it there, anything that spawned west, like which is basically on the behind the E, basically, we had to figure out a way to get them onto the pathing. So that's where those 2 pathways that you're looking at that surround the E pillar, that's where that idea came from, was just because I realized when they spawned back there, we didn't really have a good way to get them. We didn't really have a good way to get them up to the fighting position, but fortunately, between that and the various ladders that come up the supports there, they bought into it well enough. They didn't attack pillars.
I like this too. This is a nice little touch here. The free floating. I like stuff like that. Just adds a little bit of character.
And then as to the rest of the area, once we kind of got finished with this, we realized how much just open flat land we had. So we threw down the rest of our land claim blocks, and over to the side of the base, we built a greenhouse, which is worth going in and looking at. And then after the greenhouse, we still had some space, and so I built a little marketplace for people to come and enjoy.
I love the windows here.
Yeah, I worked on the windows for a little while, just trying to figure out which shape we wanted.
This is, folks, if you're not using these in your builds, these angle window styles, you can make so many fun shapes with them. Where was the market? Is it over on?
The market is a separate building.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see it. Oh, this is so cute.
Yep. So the market has a little bar area for people to eat and some picnic benches out front, and then in the back of the market is a little staff area.
Oh my gosh, all the little cuteness. And the plushies, yeah. All right. Very freaking cool. Let's see. Let's set time to day. I'm gonna try to get rid of some of this fog too. It doesn't always, the weather commands on the server are kind of sketchy. Just for anyone ever recording stuff on a server, it's a little bit challenging. So I'm gonna follow the oof. How do I want to do this? I might do these as 2 separate animals. I might do the garden and grocery is a separate one. feel like putting it all together, I feel like I'm going to shortchange you on the good work here. And so I'm going to do the logo zoom out last. I think this is, yeah, this is the center pillar. So we're going to grab this as our starting point. We're going to get a set point here. We're going to pull it back. Man, I already got some ideas. This is kind of fun, by the way, folks, doing it this way. Because I kind of get to see, you know, the perspective on what y'all built and hear your descriptions of it. It's one thing to read it when it's written up in an Excel sheet, but it's another for me to kind of have people walk me through what your mindset was. It automatically just kind of gives me ideas of filming. Heads up, we have ads in 3 minutes. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna do, I wanted to have one come up from the center like this. So we're gonna do about right there. In chat, again, I apologize. I'm trying my best to read and stuff. It's tricky when there's all this stuff going on. I might clip going through this one. We'll see. Or I might just get underneath it. I didn't even notice there was the blade trap underneath the side there.
That was not as effective as we hoped it would be.
That is the story of every blade trap ever made. Blade traps are only useful immediately at a fighting position where they're repairable, and even then it's kind of questionable.
We could reach to repair it, but we were hoping it would catch them when they fell, and it just really didn't.
Yes.
No, we never did move that.
This is this is one of the other challenges is not being able to paint once you put the glass blocks in. Let's see, because I love this room. I really want to figure out how to capture this in a way that does it justice. I could do, nope, I don't like that either. Man, oh man. I think what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna come in from the side like this. We're actually gonna come through the window. I'm intentionally filming these slower. I want these to be nice, slow pan shots so I can play with them a little bit later. So that's the other thing. When you record, you can always speed things up. You can never slow things down. Because you can't create more frames, if that makes sense. So the frames are what they are once you've created, you know. Whereas when it's going fast and you're, you know, if you're speeding something up that's slow, you're basically compressing. So, all right, we'll do a set to here. Wanted to hide the support pillar. Yeah, nice. And the plushies everywhere it just makes everything so fun and homey. Okay, so we'll get this. Yeah, I think I have to do these as two separate because like to capture all this. Even that, I want kind of a side angle of this. Set here because we get the thick flag and the altar there. I'm going to reduce the duration on this one a little bit because it's pretty short. Oh, and there's ads. Of course there's ads. All right, I'm going to take a bio run on this one. Because if I don't, Lex is going to hunt me down. All right.
It has been 2.5 hours. So.
No, I didn't hit record. That's what happens when I don't take breaks. All right, taking a break. I'll be right back. How could I have done that? All right, I'm pulling us out. We're done with that, so I'm bringing us back. All right, so here's what we're gonna do, because I gotta get us through the rest of this. So I am gonna record Hibernal Echoes afterwards. We did the tours on it so that you all get to see it. I am gonna take us over to Little Red Sonya's. Dark Sun, are you okay for a little bit longer? So I can show off yours last.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine.
Okay,
No
cool.
problem.
Little Red Sonya's won't take long because hers is little but epically levels of cute.
Yeah, I love her base so much.
She always just really takes it home with the insane cuteness. But man, before I leave this is awesome. This room is like one of my favorites. I really, really like the sun rooms in here.
We're still looking at you, Echo.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm a professional, folks. Really love these little sun rooms here. Just absolutely stunning. And I really appreciate the homage to the logo. I never intended to make a logo that was easily reproducible in game, but apparently it's worked out well. So I freaking love it. The greenhouse in here was gorgeous. The little grocery store was awesome. The winter bushes around the edge of this are such a nice little touch. And all the little green hanging moss. So I will do my best to, Lex, I'll talk to you on, I don't know if we call Lex's greenhouse and grocer, but we'll figure out something. And I think I want to record these as a separate little ditty. because they're too good to try to smoosh into this. It's too much content. All right, let's go visit some more cuteness. We fireball intruders. I picked a great spot to to teleport into. All right, so here we are in the wasteland, and if y'all don't know Little Red Sonja, she's incredible at making cute things. She's also an amazing modder who's made so many mods that we in this community leverage, and a bunch of the ones that I'm sure you're all familiar with. But I'm just gonna kind of zoom around and just enjoy this. So it looks like she carved out a path through there to get to the witchy house. But the whole basic concept she started with, she wanted to make a treehouse. So she built the little place here on top of the trees. With this little pumpkin face on the side. I've not seen that little face created, but I love, oh my gosh, and the little candles in it. There's so much going on here. All right, let me, I kind of want to walk through this. I'm going to go on foot so that we can kind of see it from this perspective. Mushrooms growing everywhere, pumpkins. So let's make the jump up in. Can I make that jump? Oh, clearly it's you got to have parkour to get into her joint here. So parkour in, you come up. Ooh. We've got lovely smoky fire going on here. More plushies everywhere. Ooh, that's a cool, I haven't seen that. That is a cool idea. So she dropped the forge through the ground so that only the part that lights up shows up here. I have not seen that done before. That's kind of cool. Yeah, all the plants. She's just so good at the little details. This is the stuff that you can take forever on a base building. The impossible library. Always with mannequins. All right, what do we have up here? Anything up here? Oh, I need to... Can I open that? Is that a... Oh. Oh. Oh, and a little dude just hanging up there doing his thing. All right. Very cool. All right, and then what... There was one section. Oh, that's right. The little bedroom up here. Witch bed chamber. Oh, this is super cute. The magical path. Oh, I see we got some floating candles in here. And she's using that 0.0125 block across here. We've got to go to old Echo Shrine here, floating in the center. Very cool. And the reflections of the candles on the ceiling are very, very, very neat. All right. Did I miss anything? Oh, she's got little smokestacks coming out the top. I mean, even just the details, the little pond here. So much good work put into this one. The roofs, that's a just phenomenal looking roof. Amazing stuff. All right, I'm not going to do the recording on this one either. I'm going to move straight over to Dark Suns.
There's a couple of small builds just northeast of here.
Okay.
If we have time, if you want to show them off.
Yeah, I'm always happy to show builds off.
But they're really close by. Just have to fly northeast.
Okay, is it? I see one right here that looks like it's
no,
all.
like it's just keep on going northeast, and I'll tell you when you get close.
Okay.
I want to teleport ahead a couple of times. Now go directly north.
Okay.
Not northeast, north. Oh, lag.
Yep.
Okay, so it's lag northwest of Red Mesa. Yeah, like if you see a cabin in the distance.
Yep.
If you just head to the direct west of that, you should see a small little build that I made.
To the west, you said?
Yeah, like to the west. Yeah, oh, yeah, I think you can see it in the distance. To the west of this cabin.
Okay, I'm trying to go slow so I don't miss it.
You should see it through the trees. Oh, no, stop. Where you are. Stop. Just having to wait for the.
Is it that one?
It's to the south of the road. Like not that one currently seen, but the other one, south of the road. You see like a little chimney, smoke coming out of it.
Yep, I assume it's this one.
Yeah, just waiting for the stream to catch up.
Yep,
Yeah,
this is it.
that one. Yeah, this is it. This was just going to be my little starter home, and it was. I spent a lot of time decorating this with a lot of brick decay, paper, tons of plushies.
So many plushies.
Yeah. This was an ongoing project. Got my little guard dogs and guard bears. There's the kitchen right here. A little pantry door right there, which leads to the fridge.
Let
A
me
little
add.
bedroom with an echo shrine.
Let me add this to my list. Did you have a name for this one?
No, I don't. Sadly, I could come up with one last minute though, if need be. I'll send it to you.
All right, I'm gonna add this on, and I will come back and record this one as well. Just put Dark Sun over here. Dark Sun.
Thank you. Oh, if you head out to the garage, like do you see the hole in the garage? You'll see a little pool of water. Little shark plushie in there.
Out to the garage, and you said.
Yeah, there's a hole in the wall, and if you look to the right side, you'll see a little pool of water.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Look inside it.
Very nice. Hello, little sharky.
Alright, so the second tiny build. If you go back to the big cabin.
Yep.
And you have to travel northeast of there, you'll see like a little concrete. Looks like a bunker.
Cute little cat.
Yeah, so that cabin, and just keep on going northeast of that cabin, like the direction you traveled. There, you see a little concrete thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's my little mine.
I have a hunch it's not that little.
The tunnels underneath went for many kilometers, but feel free to go down, just see what I did. Let you go in blind. Let you explore.
Oh my. Jeez.
It's tiny. See?
Was this the mine supporting the build that we're about to go look at?
It was, yeah. Now this was last minute. It was literally just a hole in the ground, but I decided, make it fancy. Go upstairs. There's all the forges, cement mixers, and all that.
Nice. This also would be another one, like this would be a cool this would be an amazing transformation to a questable POI.
Thank you.
I would love to see more creative stuff like this. That isn't just a house, you know? I think there's some really cool stuff you could do.
Yeah, the tunnels went so far. I think I recorded for 6 minutes on my motorcycle. I still
Yeah.
hadn't reached the end.
Jeez. All right. Dark Sun Mine. I'll talk to you offline. I don't know that I'll get both of those.
Oh, no worries. Just wanted to show it off.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. All right. Are you ready for the big one?
The question is the game ready?
I will say,
Yeah.
so folks, if you saw the thumbnail, it is, I'm going to switch screens for a second. This build is so hard for me to do justice with on a thumbnail. It's in the wasteland. And because of the lighting in the wasteland, it made it super hard, even with turning fog off, even with adjusting all the weather. It is massive on a scale I doubt anyone has seen in 7 Days to Die. Raven, it's the one Raven that might be bigger than the freaking crow.
I wish I could work more on the interior decorating, but I just didn't have time. Will be interesting.
Oh, is it Burnt Forest, Jinxed? I couldn't remember.
Yeah, it's Burnt Forest. Yeah, it's Burnt Forest.
Yeah, but either way,
I saw somebody comment. Sorry.
Yeah, they both have that horrible lighting.
Yeah. Somebody commented, "I'm gonna go build in the Burnt Forest. It'll be beautiful." And I was like, "No, don't." Learn from my mistake.
All right. It's behind me. I'm intentionally.
Yeah, just having to wait like 20 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna look away while it renders.
You have to fly pretty close for all of it to load in.
Yeah. All right, so here's the bottom of it. And this is oh, thank you, game scene. Well, no. Lex, are you messing with me? Because we're in game scene. Oh no, we're in.
It's just lag.
It's just lag. Yeah, it's just delays.
Yeah. It's about 20 seconds.
All right, here we go, chat.
So this was based off of Barad-dûr from Lord of the Rings, but also Orthanc, Isengard. And this one took about 350 hours to build, over 300,000 concrete blocks. Placed in frames at first and then manually replaced. And I have to give a shout out to Vass, Jinxed, Ginger, Sonia, Lex, Zabs, and probably about 10 other people that I can't remember who worked on digging resources.
Yeah, it's crazy because, like, I don't care if you did decorate the inside, like, just the exterior of this and the amount of detail on it. And it, like, I found myself just struggling to get a shot that encapsulated. Like, I think this was one of the other angles that I really liked. But I didn't like how it faded out a lot of the really good side details that are in this.
I wish I had the lore with me, but I didn't write it down. I gave it to you, then. The document.
Yeah, all the lores for the different things, I should tell folks, I should collect all those. I won't be able to include it in the video, but I might put that as like part of the description depending upon how much space we have, or I'll put it in a linked doc somehow.
And this is the build that did my head in with structural integrity.
Yeah, not to mention, I mean, it's hard for me to get close enough so that it all renders, because the render distance makes it tricky.
I see some blocks missing because wandering zombies coming in. Oh well.
I'll wander inside a little bit. Is it set time day?
Oh, in the tower itself, there are various rooms you can check out when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm. So lighting is tricky.
Yeah, I didn't get around to that.
No, that's fine. I am going to have to come out of. I'm going to do this so I can at least have my headlamp on. I'm just wandering some of the hallways so that people can see some of the inside area. All right, is it which floor should I check out? Gosh, there's even this without it being fully done. What was where should I go for checking out rooms?
If you go to the main tower itself, like right in the middle, you'll see a staircase that wraps around and you can go forward.
All right, let me see if I can. Oh my. Okay, you do have some lights. Oh my god, it's so disorienting because you use the TV screen.
Yeah. It's the only good black block that I could find.
Yeah, well, it's either this or the. Oh,
Yeah,
what is
that
it?
one has like a dirty texture. I don't like that.
Yeah, the hammered metal.
Yeah. I don't remember which floors they're on, so you have to go from floor to floor. Let's see what I wanted to show you.
Let's see, we've got an altar here. I will say.
Oh, below the altar, there's something beneath that on the floor below.
Okay, below the floor on the altar. Like just go straight below?
Yeah, just go straight below it, like directly below it.
Oh.
And you will see the Orb of Calamity. Now, a very brief summary of the lore is that this is the cause of the Blood Moons, through a very evil individual awoken under curses of horizons.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I gotta remember to come back and get this room.
I believe I have the.
Here, I need to bring. Why do I have everyone up on lower volumes in here? There, pump you up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we've got the orb room, shrine room.
Shrine room is just above this one. And the various libraries and such, I believe, are. I don't remember. Some floors, some of the edges. I don't think there's one. I've been the ones above, or I don't remember. It's been a while.
It's just crazy.
Structural integrity was a massive problem. Turns out I needed a central support pillar.
Yeah, I have to show that to folks. I also want to just show the. I'm gonna switch to show this not for recording, but just so you can kind of absorb it for a second, because it's madness. So let's go down here so you can kind of see the whole path as it goes up. So let's just hit go and just sit back and. Yeah, I'm gonna have a heyday. It's gonna take me a bit to film this one.
And it's that fog as well. I hate it.
So let's back up and just give people kind of some perspective here. So hopefully the game can handle it. So here's your, if you looked at structural stability, obviously that central tower is just it's a big challenge.
Yeah, it was cherry red before, all of it. Placing down a block and then 50 blocks of collapse.
There was a lot of help from mods here.
Yeah, great thanks to them. For some reason, those little spikes along the middle of the tower, they show as black. That means they technically don't have support, even if they should. What happens when you make a build this size? Things begin to break down.
I kind of like seeing this in structural stability mode too, because this is the one way you can really get a sense of the number of blocks that are here. So that is crazy. This is definitely the don't sneeze. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. This is
And, standing on the very top of the middle tower, looking down also gives a good view. Everything just looks so tiny.
Oh, standing at the center tower looking down, you said?
Yeah, like the very top of the center tower.
Ooh, that is a good perspective.
I'm gonna be frank, this tower would have been about twice as high, but I hit the build height limit.
Why does that not surprise me? Good night, Leah.
Right, Leo. Yeah. Oh, broken leg. Fantastic.
You know, I'm sure you never broke any legs building this.
Actually, I didn't. I don't know how. I didn't.
Were you just like mainlining the fall candy? I can't remember what it's called now.
Yeah, I had it on my inventory at all times.
Yeah.
I did fall a few times. Luckily with the
The
tower,
oh
if you do
Oh
fall,
shit
you
drops,
catch
yes.
yourself on the lips. Okay?
Yeah, no, someone chimed in. Oh shit drops. I couldn't remember what they were called.
Yeah. At least on the tower, if you do fall down, you can catch yourself on the lips and you won't break anything, but it means you have to climb the tower all over again.
Did the Minecraft crouch hold?
Yeah.
I wish.
Some of my shifts, I'm not kidding, were over 20 hours. It had to be done.
Oh, it's just wild. This is yeah. That's one for the record books. This is the one thing that bums me out is I cannot get this perspective like.
Yeah. I was hoping the dynamic mesh arm would fix that, but
Yeah, I've got it on and I still can't get it all. Because this is the thumbnail shot that I wanted. And I
always
just
try a bit of an angle towards one side, like to the left or right. And look at
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad shot there. But the fact that the lighting of the I might actually take that as a screenshot. That's not bad. I might be able to do some Photoshop magic to that. Right there. All right. All right, folks. I've got to get some rest. And I'm gonna have to come back and do the recording on some of these. I didn't realize this is one of these things, folks. This is why my videos are never on time. Is because I always underestimate the level of work sometimes to be able to put these together. Tonight was a great example. I hope folks got to enjoy seeing kind of like the process that I go through on these. You know, and how I kind of think of bases when I'm recording them. But you know, I just want to I want to close out with a huge thanks to the community because these wouldn't exist without y'all doing the incredible and amazing work that you do here. And I have a blast just looking at the community builds and being inspired by them. And I won't lie, I'm very excited for our 2.0 kickoff that's upcoming. So once 2.0 kicks for everyone, if you'd like to join the community server, it's free to join. The only thing that we do is we keep it closed. So it'll start the week after experimental drops. We give it till the weekend so that everyone can do some solo play. And then we normally do a big charity. Oh, I have to share this, folks. This is so cool. So I got a special package today. So wait, let me grab this. So for anyone who's new or doesn't know, I'm a huge fan of charity, and Extra Life is kind of like my favorite charity because it's near and dear to my heart and my family, and it had an impact for us. But I got this awesome plaque in the mail today from last year. Let me kill the. I've got the. Hold on a second. I've got all the thank yous still up. I meant to close those out. There we go. Now I can cover my face and show you the thing. But look how freaking cool that is. So last year we cleared over 10,000 raised for Extra Life, which is an amazing charity that supports Children's Miracle Network hospitals, making sure kids get the health care that they need. And again, another accomplishment that I couldn't do without the amazing community here and their generosity. So we are going to do more fundraising for them this year. Haven't started it out this year because we've been slow. There's been a lot going on in my life. So that's what we got for stream tonight. I'm going to do a quick gander and see if we've got some folks that we can raid into. And going to end with lots and lots of thankfulness for everyone coming and hanging out, checking things out. I don't have a beard to... Well, you better get on that. Raven, grow it fast. All right, let me see what we got on here. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Does anyone have friends playing 7 Days to Die? That we can raid. Love raid and friends of friends and stuff like that. I don't see anyone on in the normal 7 Days to Die space that I know. And not even any of my close streamer pals are up doing stuff. So you know what? Oh no. Let's see. You know what, folks? I'm gonna do that rare thing where I don't raid. I don't have. Jinxed, are you on? I don't see you on. If you were on, I'd happily raid you. All right, folks, we're just gonna call it. I don't see any of my good pals on. So again, huge. Oh, Godzilla. Hold on. Godzilla. Okay. Oh, doing some insane Darkness Falls. Sure, let's do it. Love sending any love. I hate not raiding out, folks. I hate not getting a chance for people to meet new folks. So we'll go visit Godzilla. And I will see everyone on Friday. I don't know what we're going to do. Have a fantastic week, everyone. Thank you again for my amazing community. And small new streamer. Perfect. All right. Everyone take care of yourselves. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can change the color patches. That's true. All right. I'll catch you soon, folks. Be good. Much love. Good night.
Thank you.